Well, good morning. We are on Moonlight Bay Beach here in Penang, Malaysia. What a beautiful place to come to. Walking here to this beach, it can be a little harrowing. You're kind of going along a really tight road, but once you get here, how serene. I think I'm the only person here, although I do see, I think, one person walking back there. I think there's a couple that are having a picnic. Other than that, this is what I've found in Penang. I have found open, beautiful beaches to walk along and enjoy myself. And I'm just loving it. I don't see any reason why I won't make Penang part of my retirement plans going forward every year. And today, while we're relaxing and enjoying ourselves here on the beach, I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you about how hitting rock bottom for me years ago is not something traumatic that I think about. It's not something that I look back and say, oh my God, I wish that didn't happen. Oh my God, I wish that things had happened differently. Those kinds of thoughts are useless. You can't go back and change time. Instead, I realize that there's a joy to hitting rock bottom. But you can't really understand that unless you do it, unless it happens to you. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm also going to take you to enjoy a delicious meal today. We're going to go have some great food, and I'm looking forward to that. I also want to show you around Penang a little bit and enjoy ourselves walking around. At nighttime, Penang really comes alive. Lots of people go out. There's lots of things to do. There's music. The restaurants all get quite full and people go out. It's during the day that it's just incredible. I have a new guest house to introduce you to. I love to try different guest houses, so I bring you some variety. This one was fantastic with an ocean view. We've got a lot to cover and some serious topics to discuss in a positive way. Let's get started. It takes both the rain and sunlight to make the flowers grow, and the same is true about life. I want to talk today about hitting rock bottom years ago. Back in my mid-40s, pretty much everything that I had worked very hard for came to an end. And it all came to an end at the same time. The job that I had been working for years, that I was very good at, very skilled, and I had reached the senior most place in that job, it fell apart and I found myself unemployed. Also, the cost of living in Hawaii was just absolutely eating away at me. I found myself raising 3 kids and trying my best to survive, and then going through a divorce that wrecked me financially, all at the same time. Absolute rock bottom. I also wasn't in good health. Yep, that's true. I was not taking care of myself. I was drinking. I was basically abusing my body and not caring for my health in any way. And it was eating at me physically and mentally. That combined with everything else I was going through, being $60,000 in debt from divorce, oh my gosh. It was a time that you almost feel like just giving up. But you realize it's not just you that you're fighting for. You're fighting for your family as well. When I look back on that time, I realize, as horrible as it was, I'm glad I went through it. I had to go through that. That's how I ended up where I am today, by getting through those times. You see, you do not know how beautiful the light is until you've spent time in the dark. You do not know the joy of freedom unless you have spent time in a prison. And that prison doesn't have to be one that society puts you in. That prison can be one that you put yourself in. You put yourself in a prison. In fact, something that I've always said is that we as human beings, we're very good at building our own prison. We're excellent at it. We don't need society to throw us in one. We'll do it to ourselves. And I built one for myself. Financially, emotionally, even with substance use, I was wrecking myself. That was rock bottom. And picking myself up from that, digging myself out of that hole, it took financially 5 years. Emotionally, most likely a decade.
Along the way, you learn a lot about yourself, a lot about who your friends are, a lot about your strengths and weaknesses.
The end result was that I found myself in a very different position. I found myself financially secure after years of paying off debt and then investing my money and building it up again. Something else. It's scary to be middle-aged and find yourself just wrecked that way. But a big part of it was also my health, is that I had to stop abusing my body the way that I was. It wasn't doing anything for me. I was tired of the hangovers. I was tired of just wrecking myself. I didn't want to live that way anymore, but I did want to live. In fact, I wanted to live very much. And that's exactly what I strove for. You see, I would not know the happiness of my life today if I had not gone through that. I wouldn't have anything to compare it against. And it brings me back to a story that I saw once on a movie. Really one of my favorite series of movies, the Star Trek movies, you might remember them. There's a scene where William Shatner as Kirk is talking to Spock's brother. Spock's brother had become a sort of guru where he goes around and he releases the pain from people's minds, and they're free from every mistake that they've ever made in their life. And they enter a sort of delusional joy state. And he goes to Kirk and he says, I feel your pain. I can release it. Just ask me. I'll place my hands on you and I will release your pain. And Kirk tells him no. Of everyone else who has succumbed to his thoughts and ideas of just releasing these pains from the past, Kirk says no. He says, I need my pain. I am my pain. The mistakes that I've made in life, they made me who I am today. I don't want them released. My mistakes are part of who I am. And I feel the same way. I don't ignore or stray away from the fact that I've made mistakes and I've lived a very different life in the past. Instead, I find great joy in it because I now can compare that to the life that I'm living now. One where I'm financially solvent and well invested so I can travel and enjoy the world. One where I take care of my body and I'm healthier. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying, and I'm trying to get better every year. And one where instead of feeling sorry for myself, I feel great happiness for my freedom. You're gonna make mistakes in life. You're gonna fall. And if you are fortunate enough to fall all the way to rock bottom, that might be the best thing that ever happens to you.
Near the Hard Rock Hotel, just down the beach and in a beautiful location across from the ocean, I found Shalini's. I found this guest house by literally walking this area, and I'm so glad that I did. The rooms were beautiful, the building was well kept up, and it's right across from the ocean. So it does cost a few dollars more than some of the places that I stay. This room right here cost me $24 a night, and I was able to negotiate it down a little because I got it for a few weeks while I was staying here, so I brought the price down a little bit. But the place was nice, strong Wi-Fi, all utilities included, and just a nice balcony that overlooks the ocean. This is a great place to go relax in the evening and watch the sunset, listen to a little bit of music. There is a larger room. This is a $30 a night room. They have a few of these larger rooms. This one had an attached balcony, which I thought was kind of nice if you need a little bit more space. But yeah, this place was really a good find. This is why I say I just book for like 3 nights when I fly in, and then I'll walk around and try to find a place like this, and then I'll stay here longer. That's a system I've used for quite some time now, and it works well. Downstairs, they have a kitchen area that you can utilize. They have quite a nice downstairs facility. They've got a lounge area and they have a front sitting area as well where you can relax or park a scooter or anything like that. So check out Shalini's. It's right across from the ocean near the Hard Rock Hotel. I want to make sure that I show you a great low-cost meal during this video as well. Helena Cafe is a nice little spot at night, as usual, very packed. So you come around lunchtime and you got the place to yourself. A variety of local foods, Indian foods, Malaysian foods, fantastic. I ordered the chicken satay and a nice iced coffee. Man, I love a good iced coffee. This was $1 for this iced coffee. So as I'm walking along here during the day, I don't mind just stopping in and getting out of the sun for a little while and ordering something like this. But they also do a fantastic job on the food. I had planned a big walk today for the morning, so I didn't want to eat too much. I just ordered a nice chicken satay. The chicken satay was $2.50. Fantastic.
I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. We got a chance, first of all, to walk along this beautiful beach, Moonlight Bay Beach here in Penang, Malaysia. What a beautiful place to come to. Just relax and enjoy myself. I will, even though it can be a little sketchy getting here by foot, I will definitely come back here every year when I enjoy Penang, because this is just an escape. It's amazing here. I also appreciate you listening to my discussion on hitting rock bottom, on what it meant to me and how it changed my life. Actually, for the better. And I don't look back on it now and say to myself, gee, that was a horrible thing to go through. I just look back and say, what a joy. What a joy to have been there and to find myself so far from that now. Do you want to learn more about traveling the world low cost like this? As a minimalist, enjoying yourself, seeing the different sites around Southeast Asia and the rest of the world, Latin America, Eastern Europe, all the places that I plan to visit. If you want to learn more about that and join me on this journey, like and subscribe to the video and let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on our discussion today. Okay, I'm gonna go get myself a nice cup of coffee. We'll talk again soon. Aloha.
From out of the shadows he found me, the mad dog of Malaysia. Like a thief in the night, he was stalking his prey, and I think I was his next meal.
Oh.